let's kick this off. Christmas Eve, I'm getting a chance to make another video. I mean, you've got to see some of these artifacts. Of course, I'm on the other side. Well, I don't even need to show you. From where Last Hope is, and I jumped over to a place I called The Origin. I'm starting to understand some things. Of course, not about conditions. This is really rained out. If I could just show you the conditions here. Sweet potatoes were here last, and they just put in a winter rye that's not real thick, just a light one. And, well, all I can say is that something is right there. Now, that kind of stone, well, let's get this out of here. That kind of stone is the same as this one that I cleaned off. Now, these big old marl mountains, they are around here. And they used them. They're unique. They're unique. And look at these. And as you take a look at these, but I have found that in Indian land, sorry about the wind. That'll go in my heartbreakers. I love it. In Indian land, I'm starting to realize that they had pods all across the land that they were occupying. I call them family sites. There's probably multiplied family units in these pods. Maybe 8, 10, 9, 15, 20, who knows. But then those spots are what many people call occupation sites. And then throughout one particular Indian site that I have, you might have 5, 6, 7 pods. It's just crazy the way it works. I'm starting to study it out in terms of the parameters and the perimeters of where I'm finding stuff. It tells its own story, you know. That's a great point right there, my God. It's real wet. I've had some great puddles. Clean this stuff off. Look at this point. That's well made. This is all well made. I mean, this quartz was really well made. Made by what? These. Take a look at this hammerstone. It's not just a stone. Some people were doing some constructive conversation, I should say, about the fact that this is just a stone, but you have to understand, none of this wear comes from the plows. None of it comes from streams or cobblestones, and there's all little half moon shapes throughout here. So both grinding and striking down was hitting in these little dimples all over. Besides, those of you who have good eyes and are nappers, you can just look at this rock as I turn it around and see how it's always the same rate, density, quartzite. You can see how it was used. These wear marks are huge for the story of this tool. Look at this. But Christmas Eve, I hope everybody's good. This is smart. That right there was super tight. So we'll see. I could be faked out. Look at the glitter of the work area, work zones. And then the cortex of the stone here, super smooth. But the work zone. This was a favorite tool. And then you can see up here, this was never able to get to it, but there's just work zone. If you held this in your hand, you'd see how many ways you can get a good grip on this thing, and its weight is ideal. That's why we find these. If you guys just are devoted to points, there's no such thing as those without these right here. That's an incredible tool right there, I'm going to tell you. Incredible tool. big old Morrow Mountain blade of some type. Probably just for processing. I guess it's rude. I mean, I know it's probably crude compared to Brooksy and Richard and some of those things they find in Missouri, but those are not that common either. That's a great old point. It's worth getting everything up on video. Can barely even see it down there, can you? Anyway, I hope everybody finds out there and has a Merry Christmas. I'm trying to get still shots too for my camera. Be well. From Indian Trace.